Great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
There we go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota going to give to Lewis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
You got it. You got it.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Alert. Alert. 3 down. 3 down.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, if he's got it.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Throwing. Brissett. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the...
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
To throw Mariota. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Mariota. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking. One.
Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
14, Titans nothing.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. One.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A A second down run with Lewis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
58, come on. They can't hang with us. Shift.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Stand up in.
Now Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mariota gives to Henry, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal.
Check. Under 10, 10. Check. Fresno. One.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Brissett trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'm trying to collect.
Following the interception here, Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Throwing is Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now he's forced out left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And that is incomplete here.
Brissett's pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He's going to field this at the 4. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Brissett. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 43-yard line.
Set, ready, 6 yards. Alert flat.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And you got a man, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
54 Mike. Come to my work. We want it.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go again. Nice 7, let's go. Mike 54. You run. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 10. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing, Mariota. Out to the right to Humphries. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mariota. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Mariota to throw it. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Brissett. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. That's our own 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
All day, just like that, just like that.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Mariota now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mariota. That is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? To throw Mariota, and complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, Lewis. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On second and a couple, Mariota. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd down and goal. Mariota. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Where are they, team? 58 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll run on first down. It's Lewis, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Three.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Mike's 50.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is taken at about the 14. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Hines. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. This is Hines. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Lewis out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's get it.
At the 41-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.